bring it up front and hand it to one of our DPD staff members located at the left podium. When that agenda item is called, we'll be Mr. Norman's birthday in June, so we want to wish him a happy birthday. Mr. Ragsdale, may I please get a secretary's report for this month and explanation of today's procedure?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I don't have a secretary's report, so I'll go into the procedure. At the beginning of today's meeting, we will establish a consent agenda for those items where no one in the audience or on the board is requesting an individual public hearing. After the consent agenda is established and approved, we will move on to the regular agenda. For each case on the regular agenda, the DPD planner will give a presentation. This will be followed by the applicant's presentation and any testimony for those who support the application. The applicant and supporters will be given a total of 10 minutes. Following each speaker, the chair will ask the board members if they have any questions for that speaker. Next, the opposition will be given a total of 10 minutes to present their case. Following each speaker, the chair will ask the board members if they have any questions for that speaker. Finally, the applicant will then be given a 3-minute rebuttal period under the same rules. Following all the presentations and after, all parties have been heard, the chair will ask if the board members have any additional questions of anyone who spoke. Then the chair, Then the chair will close the public hearing portion of the case, entertain a motion on the matter, discuss, and then vote on the application. If an applicant or any speaker would like to be heard after the conclusion of the public hearing portion of the case, or if a board member wishes to hear any additional testimony from any party for additional clarification, a motion will need to be made along with a second and then a 2/3 affirmative vote of the board is required to reopen the public hearing portion of the agenda item. If the public hearing is reopened, both the applicant and the opposition will be allowed an equal amount of time to provide additional testimony. After the additional comments, the board will close the public hearing portion of the case and then deliberate and take the final vote. Again, if any member of the audience wishes to provide testimony in support of or in opposition to a case, he or she will need to fill out a speaker's card. These are available at the front podium. Speaker's cards are not required of applicants since their names are already part of the record.
Thank you, Mr. Ragsdale. The board is a supporter of community involvement, and we certainly welcome neighborhood comments and feedback. We are respectful of the fact that many of you have taken off work or adjusted your schedule to be here today, but we ask that your comments please be made within the time frame allowed. If there are multiple speakers, please try not to be repetitive so as to make the most of your side's 10-minute time allotment. Lastly, I'd like to ask all of you to silence your cell phones so as not to interrupt or disturb anyone during today's meeting. With that being explained, I'd like to move on to the consent agenda. I would like to introduce to my right Ms. Lisa Wilbanks. Ms. Lisa Wilbanks, who will be this morning's consent agenda chairperson. Ms. Wilbanks will read items 1 through 12 as the consent agenda. Once the consent agenda is read, if you wish to discuss one of these items individually, please come forward and give us the item number, and we will pull that case. We will then vote on the remaining consent agenda items as one vote, and following the vote, we will hear the cases that were pulled individually. Ms. Wilbanks, would you please proceed?
Yes, ma'am. Item number 1 has been dropped. Item number 2 has been dropped. Item number 3, case SUP 2026-008 in Frazier. The request is a special use permit to 10 district located at 2465 Millbrook Avenue. Staff recommendation is approval with conditions. Item number 4, case MJR 2026-007 in Cordova. The request is a major modification to PUD R-092CC to allow a detached monument sign located at 335 South Walnut Bend Road. Staff recommendation is approval with revisions to the outline plan conditions. Item number 5, case MJR 2026-008 in East Memphis. The request is a major modification to PD 89-338 to revise outline plan conditions related to the plan development's bulk regulation and building design and plan development validity period located at 0 Shady Grove Road and 920 Briarcrest Avenue. Staff recommendation is approval with conditions. Item number 6, case MJR 2026-009 in the University area. The request is a major modification to PD 2021-032 to allow for a 5-year time extension located at 0 Broad Avenue, north of Sam Cooper Boulevard and west of North Hollywood Street. Staff recommendation is approval with conditions. Item number 7, case MJR 2026-010 in unincorporated Shelby County. The request is a major modification to PD 2019-023CO to revise a concept plan and number of access points located at 1496 Quinn Road. Staff recommendation is a hold. Item number 8, case MJR 2026-011 in Cordova. The request is a major modification to PD 2026-001 for site plan review of a hotel located at 7985 IKEA Way. Staff recommendation is approval with no revisions to the outline plan conditions. And items 10, 11, and 12 are being held for 1 month, and they relate to the Memphis 3.0 plan and amendments. That is our agenda.
Thank you, Ms. Wilbanks. We have pulled item number 9. The items on the consent agenda will now be voted on with 1 vote, subject to the recommendation of DPD. If the consent agenda is approved, only item number 9 will have a full independent public hearing. By voting on the consent agenda, each board member is affirming that he or she has read the staff report and agrees with its finding and, where applicable, its recommendation. Can I get a motion, please?
Yes, ma'am. Move to approve item number 3, case SUP 2026-008. Item number 4, case MJR 2026-007. Item number 5, case MJR 2026-008. Item number 6, case MJR 2026-009. Item number 3, case MJR 2026-010 as a whole. Item number 8, case MJR 2026-011. And item number 10, 11, and 12 as holds.
Thank you very much. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay. Is there any discussion amongst our board members? Is there any discussion? Okay, hearing none, I assume we're all ready to vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Thank you. We will now go to Mr. Gill for our regular agenda.
Thank you, Chairwoman Sharp. Item number 9, PD 2026-003, unincorporated Shelby County. Commercial plan development located at 0 Humphrey Road, near the southeast corner of the intersection of Humphrey Road and North Houston Levy Road.
Good morning. Kendra Cobbs, Division of Planning and Development. So this is a commercial plan development request. The applicant is the Memphis Islamic Center, and representation is David Bray of the Bray Firm. This is located in unincorporated Shelby County, and on May 15th, we did send out 27 public notices to property owners. So looking at the zoning, this is currently zoned Conservation Agriculture, or CA, and really the entire area is zoned CA, other than you do have at the northwest corner, there is 1 lot that is zoned Commercial Mixed Use 1. And looking at the land use map, so this is these are 2 vacant lots, as indicated by the star. And it's surrounded by other vacant lots. You also have religious institutions surrounding and single-family residential. Here are photos of the area. So Humphrey Road, the 2-lane road, which The project is proposed to have access from and then also North Houston Levee Road. And this is the concept plan for the development. So you have the two lots with four commercial buildings, and they would consist of 10,600 square feet and 19,600 square feet. Also, this area is not accessible for public sewer. So there is a septic system that is, or some type of septic that would be proposed for the area, and that distribution area for the septic is in the southeast corner of the lot. Also, you can see that one of the lots there at the immediate corner, that is a single-family residential lot, and next to that is a city MLGW lot. So just to reiterate what is in the staff report, the applicant is proposing a commercial plan development, and this is a semi-rural area with low density, and that is because it's also in unincorporated Shelby County. The plan is for 4 commercial buildings, and it will be proposed to be limited to the commercial mixed-use 1 uses. However, this is an incompatible pattern for development in the area. Also, there are access to commercial needs and uses not far away within a 1-mile drive, right up the road, up North Houston Levee Road and Macon Road. So for these reasons, staff finds that this project would have substantial and undue adverse effect on adjacent property owners, and it does not meet the character development for the area. So we are recommending rejection. However, if approved, the outline plan conditions on pages 14 to 16 in the staff report would be recommended. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Cobb. Do we have any questions of Ms. Cobb at this time? Okay, would the applicant come forward, give us your name and address, and make your presentation, please?
David Bray with the Bray Firm, 2950 Stage Plaza North. At this time, I think I'd like to allow the opposition to go ahead and speak. I know we have opposition here, and the representative of the owners is got stuck in some of that traffic that everybody's dealt with this morning and is in the process of parking and making his way in, but I would like for him to be here, if that's okay.
Okay. We have 4 people in opposition. If you'd come forward and state your case, please. Give us your name and address.
Thank you. I'm David Van Horn. I'm a neighbor adjacent to this proposed development. I drove from the front driveway of the mosque 0.6 miles to Macon View. There are 10, 15 acres available for commercial development. So I don't think any of us that live in the immediate neighborhood have any issue with these folks. They're good people. We understand they want development, but it's readily available where it is zoned commercial. Our home values would be directly affected if this commercial development proceeded. Secondly, the traffic up and down Houston Levee is already pretty horrendous and not conducive to adding 200 cars in this. And, you know, lastly, I would just say the Hamptons, who I brought Ms. Hampton here, her husband, and I don't think I'm saying anything out of turn, deals with substantial medical issues. And I spoke with him and said, Dave, I want to just retire in my home. I've been here 26 years. So I would just ask that this not be moved forward because I think there is commercial development available. The street doesn't support it, and there are other areas for this development. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Give us your name and address.
Hello, Bonnie Hampton, 748 North Houston Levee. I'm directly next door to the property that's in question. As David said, my husband wasn't able to be here to speak. The proposed property will surround residential people, us and another house directly. It'll be 40 feet from our bedroom and bathroom to the parking lot that's on the design. And it'll increase traffic tremendously that's already backed up yesterday afternoon. It backs up about daily in front of our house as it is without any additional commercial use in the area. So I appreciate you listening to my opposition.
Okay, thank you. Name and address.
Keith Reinheimer. I'm pastor of the Heritage Baptist Church at 711 North Houston Levy Road. And we are opposed to the proposition due to the fact of traffic. Getting in and out of the church property is difficult right now. We've had several close accidents from people coming around the corners, and so it's just another hazard. We feel that in the traffic issue on Houston Levy Road. Thank you.
Thank you. We have one more. Name and address.
Good morning. My name is Vicki Bolton. My address is 10670 Sparkle Creek Cove. Sparkle Creek Cove is directly off of Pisgah and is just south of Humphrey Road. So we travel Humphrey Road almost daily. It's agriculture. There's actually a sheep farm on that road, and there are frequently sheep on the street. Most of the people that live in the neighborhood know that we don't use Humphrey Road on Fridays because the center is having their worship service. And the center had told us before that they applied for a street light, but I believe they've been given sheriff's deputies to help control the traffic. But Humphreys is used for a lot of people that want to avoid street lights on Macon Road, so they come up Humphrey and try to turn left. Houston Levy is a 2-lane road with a center turning lane, and a number of people use the turning lane to pass right turn lane, or people who are turning right, instead of waiting for them to make the right turn. So we have had accidents there, some serious, and the traffic is already bad. The commercial that's already available that Ms. Cobbs wrote about has about 10 empty bays at this time. So the neighborhood does not need any more shopping centers. Several are for rent or just unoccupied. So I appreciate you considering our opposition to the case. Thank you.
Thank you. Board members, do you have any questions of any of the 4 opposers? No questions? Okay, we're ready for the presentation of the applicant.
Thank you, and the applicant is here now. So just speaking a little bit to the concern about the character of the neighborhood and the traffic flow. Obviously, you guys all know that, we would be making the improvements to Houston Levy along our frontage as a part of this. That's typical. That's how we build our roads in Shelby County, right, wrong, or indifferent. That's the way that we've done it. This whole area of Houston Levy, I live in this area, has seen significant growth and is continuing to grow, starting south of the Collierville line with the St. George's campus and the commercial developments that are across the street from that, into the Briarcrest campus, the developments that are now happening at the intersection of Walnut Grove and Houston Levy, and all the way through Macon. So we don't see this as being incompatible with that area. We see it as being compatible. And this is, the applicants on this are the MIC, Memphis Islamic Center. They are looking for more stability and controlling that growth in their area. I certainly understand the concerns of neighbors, and we talk with staff. We're more than willing to beef up the landscaping around the residential lot that's left out of this. I'm going to let Mr. Mansour speak now on their vision for this project.
Give us your name and address, sir.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Hayal Mansour. I'm a member of the Memphis Islamic Center in Cordova, Tennessee, and a committee member on the development and construction. As everybody knows and familiar with, we started our Memphis Islamic Center establishment in 2010. That is sitting on 55 acres with 66,000 square foot building. As a non-profit organization, all of that investment and development that brought a lot of value to people of faith from the Muslim community and the enhancement of the development for the area. And a lot of neighbors live in that area. They could attest to that in the cooperation with Heart Song Church that took place, and they host us during all the time with our new phase of construction. Now, as a non-profit organization, based on members' donations and fundraising, the community is growing. In the month of Ramadan, I give you an example, probably between 2,000 to 4,000 members attend daily prayers. On Friday, thanks to the county, they are helping a lot through their sheriff in organizing the traffic, about 1,500 to 2,000 worshippers. The community is growing with a lot of housing, I would say, in the vicinity of around Memphis Islamic Center. There is probably more than 20 to 30 houses from our community, people who attend the center. The commercial outlook came as a need and realistic look from our boards. As everybody knows, people of my age and older are willing to invest for the future of our kids and our future generation to have a faith-based mentality. And the new generation might not be in the giving mode like Hayal Mansour or other donors in our community. So we are not having federal grants or city grants or county grants. It's just strictly our community people based. And thank God we have quite a bit of professional people, knowing Memphis as a large base and a hub for medical people. If you come to the Muslim Islamic Center, you're going to find probably every single specialty you could think of in the medical world as far as doctors and professional people. And that's a blessing for us because they're the same people who are paying the tax, they're the same people who are funding our institution. So we're looking forward for a very calm, well-fitting for the area, commercial shopping centers without having any loud businesses and fitting with our needs as a community. And I live in that area, and I could hear out loud every minute people will be looking at residential and no commercial. 1,000 feet is the shopping center with the Kroger, and on the other side, there is another big development coming. In sub-areas, I've been traveling all over the country. There is some nice shopping centers in residential areas that will serve communities and enhance their needs more than bringing it down or bringing land. It depends the business that you look into. And being an Islamic center with faith-based values, for surely and definitely will be very, very, very selective in the kind of businesses that is going to be in there, as well as the elevations and the facade of this development being approved to fit and will be fitting to the residential area it's around. And all what we look for is just your positive feedback and positive recommendations. We appreciate you and thank you all.
Thank you.
We'll be happy to answer any questions you guys have.
Have any questions? Okay, go ahead.
Has the applicant considered or completed a market study to see if there's a demand for these retail businesses in this area?
You're referring as a demand of the type of commercial needs there?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Typically, a clinic or a lab is one of them. I mean, we got a lot of doctors who are having private practice, for one thing. Second, a nice upscale Mediterranean grocery with needs that cater to that residential area as well.
Sure.
I mean, any kind of business that is kind of does not have the sound of high and loud noise businesses. And it does not have to be taken in one hit, the development. I mean, we could take it in stages to the financial capacity and need. I mean, what you see there is 60,000. Is that 60,000 going to be developed one hit? I could tell you no.
I just want to be clear. Thank you for kind of clarifying what you envision for the retail spaces. My specific question was, has there been a third-party market study done to verify that the demand is in this area for those kind of businesses?
No, sir. It just based on our historical experience and the growth of our community. I've been here since in '87, and I've been when we were at close to University of Memphis with 2,000 Muslim community, right now up to 40,000 people. So that growth was kind of going along with needs from one establishment to an establishment. As far as everybody aware, there is on Stratford, we have a mosque, we have one on cross of Haxacle, but this one is the community center that has every arm of what a community needs, not just a worship place. It's not just a mosque. If you'll be more than glad to be invited and go where with the walkie trail, just typical 1 mile walkie trail, basketball courts, volleyball courts, tennis, cricket. I mean, everything that a community demand and a youth to be intact with the community values and faith.
Understood. Thank you, sir. Thanks for your investments in the community.
You're welcome.
Anyone else have any questions?
Yes, in the reports, were there any letters of support for this project?
There were no letters of support.
Okay,
None received.
thank you.
Anyone else? If there are no further questions, I'm going to close the public portion of this meeting.
Could I add one additional comment?
Who's talking?
No, this was the rebuttal, so.
No?
No.
Thank you.
Motion to approve PD 2026-003, unincorporated Shelby County.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second. Would you all like to discuss this?
I understand what you guys are looking to do, and I thank you for your investment into the community. Your vision, I definitely understand that, but I think it's just potentially in the wrong place, situated in terms of the real estate. Like what the thought process is behind it and what it brings. And I understand having that community where you guys are really able to service each other and work hand in hand. But had it been in a little bit more of a retail district or something like that, I think I'll be on board. I think you guys would be better suited to have a event center where you can kind of have pop-up shops or things like that. I think that would probably be something, but that's just my thoughts on this, guys.
I'm certainly pro-development. I think we all know that. But actually, I agree with you, JC, that this is, you have a commercial node at Macon and Houston Levy. You have a node that is going to be developed at Walnut Grove in Houston Levy. You can go south to Poplar in Houston Levy into Collierville. This is a relatively low-density area that is densifying with residential, and I'm certainly a developer and pro-development. This is not placed in, you have too many other opportunities to go other places. And if you want these uses, you own land to the east along Humphrey that you can add your own uses in. So I am in support of you being out there, but I do think this is the wrong use for this location.
Thank you. Is there anybody else? Anyone else? Okay, hearing no further discussion, I assume we're ready to vote. And I assume we'll vote individually.
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Oracle?
No.
Mr. Norman? Yes. Ms. O'Connell?